Hello everyone, welcome to my simple zoology class. In today's video, I'll be dealing with the topic thymus gland and pineal body. Okay, so here, what is the origin of thymus gland? Where is the location of the thymus gland? And what does it do? What kind of hormone does it secrete? All these are the important questions that are definitely going to come from these respective glands, that is thymus gland and pineal body. Okay, one by one in detail, if I have to start with, first comes the thymus gland. So, what is the origin of the thymus gland? Thymus gland is endodermal in origin. Please to remember all these glands origin in the form of questions or in the form of match the following. Definitely they'll come. So make sure that you remember thoroughly about these origins. Okay. Then what type of gland it is? It is a bilobed gland which is located between the lungs. That means behind the sternum basically. Okay, so what type it is bilobed and it is located between the lungs behind the sternum. Now what is the major role of this thymus gland? The major role, it plays a very important role in the development of what? In the development of our immune system. Okay, one important point that you have to remember about this thymus gland is that it is quite large at the time of birth, but it will start reducing in size by the time of the age or with age. Okay, that means by the time puberty is attained, it will reduce to a very small size. So because of which, with the increase in the age, the immune response also will gradually become weak. That you need to remember. Okay, now one more important point apart from that is that this thymus gland is divided into what? It is divided into cortex and medulla. If you can see over here, it is correctly shown. This is the histological structure of the thymus gland. So it is divided into what? Corpus and medulla. Okay, and this whole thing is covered over by a coat of connective tissue. The name of that connective tissue coat is called as what? Capsule. Okay, now internally itself, lobes are there. In this lobes itself, you get to see the cortex and medulla present. Okay, now what does this cortex consists of? This cortex consists of densely packed lymphocytes. If you can see over here, very clearly seen, what are they made up of? They are densely packed with lymphocytes. Okay, what about medulla? This particular medulla, the same I've written, say densely packed lymphocytes. Okay, something related to defense mechanism. Medulla consists of few lymphocytes. Along with that, there is corpuscles of Hazels, also known as thymic corpuscles, which are phagocytic in nature. Here in the medulla region, you can see it is labeled very clearly. What is it called as? It consists of, the medulla region consists of thymic corpuscles, also known as corpuscles of Hazels, which are phagocytic in nature. Phagocytosis is something what if any cell debris or unwanted foreign substances enters inside the body, it is going to engulf it and destroy that particular unwanted or foreign substance. Okay, that itself is called as what? Phagocytic, or you can also call it as macrophagic in nature. Then I hope you have understood the basic importance about the thymus gland. All these points are important from the exam point of view. Then what are the hormones and functions of the thymus gland? That we'll see. Okay, this thymus gland secretes a hormone that is called as thymosin, also known as thymin, which is peptide in nature. You need to remember what type of hormone it is. It is peptide hormone. And what is the name of the hormone? Thymosin, also called as thymin. So what does this particular hormone do? It will stimulate for the maturation of the lymphocytes. Why does it maturate? So that it can, these lymphocytes will go and fight against the foreign substances. Okay, now along with that, here you will basically understand this thymus gland is going to provide cellular or cell mediated immunity. That means T lymphocytes. Now basically there are two categories of lymphocytes. One is T lymphocytes, the other one is B lymphocytes. Okay, now this cellular or cell mediated immunity is concerned with the T lymphocytes. Okay, whereas it also promotes for the production of antibodies, and those antibodies are nothing but our B lymphocytes itself, and that is called as what? Humoral immunity. There are 5 different categories of antibodies, like for example IgG, IgA, IgM, IgI, IgE. So these are the different categories that comes under this humoral immunity. Whereas under the cellular or cell mediated immunity, as I was saying about T lymphocytes, correct? So T cells will be there, killer T cells will be there, helper T cells will be there, suppressor T cells will be there. So these all are present in this under this cell mediated or cellular immunity. Okay, now where exactly are these T cells or T lymphocytes matured? That is the very important question that you have to remember. As I already said, there are two categories, T and B. B is developing in the bone marrow. These B cells itself are going to travel to our thymus gland, okay, to this thymus gland, and wherein the B cells are going to get converted and mature themselves to form what? T cells. T cells are not developing in thymus glands. It is the B cells itself changing their location from bone marrow to the thymus gland. They mature themselves in the thymus gland. So please do remember, do not get confused. Okay, then it is also considered to be thrown on immunity. You know for the fact why so, because it is going to ensure that if any foreign substances enters inside the body, then there itself the destruction of those things are going to happen. So hence you consider this as what? Thrown off immunity. So because the T cells are maturing over there, you can also call it as training school of T lymphocytes. Okay, these are the important points that you have to remember about the thymus gland. Coming to the next one is pineal body. Okay, pineal gland or pineal body is also known as what? Epiphysis cerebri. They can give either of the names. Epiphysis cerebri is also correct. Pineal body. What is the origin? Origin of this is ectodermal. The previous gland thymus was endodermal. This one is ectodermal in origin. Where is that located? It is situated at the dorsal side of diencephalon, that is on the epithalamus, that means on the anterior part of the brain. If you can see over here, it is present over here. So this particular region forms the pineal body. Now you can see over here there is a nucleus, that is suprachiasmatic nucleus. Through these, this is very important to remember from the exam point of view. Through that suprachiasmatic nucleus itself, you can see the development of the pineal body. Then, what does it secrete? It secretes a hormone that is called as melatonin, which is amino acid derivative. So that means the example for amino acid derivative will be melatonin, which is secreted by our pineal body. Okay, what is this hormone related to? It will make sure that, or this particular hormone melatonin plays an important role in the regulation of the circadian rhythm. That means our sleep wake cycle. Okay, also related to the body temperature, also related to metabolism, pigmentation, menstrual cycle, defense capability. These are some of the important functions which is taken care by our melatonin, which is secreted from the pineal body. So that means these are going to influence all these things. Okay, coming to the final point, in the case of amphibians and reptiles, this hormone is related to a mechanism that is called as metacrosis. That means change in the color. So it makes sure that it acts like a defense mechanism, as we already just mentioned, like it's acting like a change in the color of the body for a defense capability. Okay, so these are certain important points about thymus gland and pineal body. Do remember epiphysis cerebri, ectodermal, where is it located, what does it secrete? Okay, if you have understood each and every point, it's well and good, and also all the important points is mentioned in this whole video. Do make a note of it. Okay, if you have liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.